Yo, everybody, you see who it is. It's Price and Rob, Brumigos Podcast, back with our weekly episode. And today we got, a full show for you guys as usual. We're gonna talk some NFL because the preseason is now. We're gonna talk a little bit of baseball because me and Rob have been kind of talking about some of the new rules that they're trying to implement, and now we ain't feeling all that shit at all. Jake Paul says he wants in on the 2028 Olympics. No. UFC 305. My heart was broken last night. And yeah. And then we're gonna, close out the show with a little bit of random stuff about why can't we wear shorts on a job interview, and all of that plus more funny crap today. Brumigos Podcast. Let's get it.
Hit that damn music now.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Now, Rob.
What up?
The NFL. It's here.
It is. It is here.
It is here, my boy.
Here. Yeah.
We love it. Right now, we love it. And I gotta say this, because it is here, the preseason has been kind of wild. It's been some ups and downs for certain teams. But first, I want to touch upon one specific team who got the guy who's supposed to be the guy to be the next guy up in Chicago, in Caleb Williams, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I must say one thing. He can throw the ball quite well. He can throw the ball quite well. But he's also way faster than what I thought that he would be, because he's been running for his life since this started.
Boy. So bad.
So today we're gonna discuss this, Rob. From what you've seen of Caleb Williams preseason so far, what are you thinking?
Dog, you are absolutely correct. That boy is like straight up, like he gonna be running for his life as much as possible. And the funny thing is like Bears fans, they know like this line has been shit. They've been doing certain things, but they ain't been doing enough. This line sucks, and that man is running for his life. He ain't have a flat-footed moment in that fucking pocket the times that I saw him. Like he was just like, catch the ball, get my ass out the way. That's what Caleb Williams was doing. And if that's what he's going to be doing, that boy ain't going to make it. Like, I understand because the arm talent is absolutely there. Like, he had like a nice ass like scramble to get to Romaduzzi like yesterday, or can't remember what day it was. But yeah, I think it was yesterday. Like a nice one. Very nice pass. But like, if that's what he's going to have to do and he can't stay in the pocket, he's gonna get lit the fuck up. If his thing is I need to basically keep on Willie beaming in it, like I don't know if he's gonna make it, dog. Like it's just he's gonna get got, and I don't want it to happen, but they gonna have to show me they could protect dude.
Willie Beamer, I keep steaming.
You know, fans.
Bruh, he's not gonna make it if this is his strategy. Chicago, I hope, I just hope that you guys decide to build this man a line, now.
Absolutely now. Right now. Go. Get.
He's not gonna make it past week 10. If that's his strategy, I give this week 10, week 11, Rob. Somebody's going to light the fuck up out of him, and we're going to say, see you next season.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything else that can happen, bro. I don't see him making it. Great arm talent. Dude is looking nice, but you're not going to scramble and run all day outside of that pocket, and somebody not going to touch you. Michael Parsons is waiting to see him.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
He's going to kill him.
Yeah, Michael Parsons,
is going
Max
to kill
Crosby, all them niggas. Them fucking
Bruh,
scary
they
niggas
are going to
basically
kill
pass
him.
rushing.
If I'm them, I can't wait to see Chicago because they can't block. If I was
Yeah.
Aaron Donald, I'd take a 10-day contract just to play them, because I know I'm about to add to my numbers.
Eat. About to
He's
eat
probably gonna
that
get
shit.
3 sacks against them, easy.
Dog. Like I'm looking at their schedule. You got Lions twice. You got Aiden Hutchinson basically to deal with. You got, actually it ain't that bad. I mean, granted, like second game is gonna be against Texans. You got Will Anderson basically coming back for another year, like, and Daniil Hunter for
Laramie
that matter.
Tunsil is still there.
Oof. Like you go, and then like fucking 49ers, you got Joey Bosa. I mean not Bosa, no Joey. Nick Bosa. Like, woof. Just look, I just say take an insurance policy on dude. Like just something, whether it's internal, like, figuratively or literally, just take an insurance policy on dude. Like, mentally, spiritually, you gonna need something to help you, Bears fans.
Damn that spiritually, you gonna have to take one out physically, bro. I'm thinking Globe Life that shit for him right now. Like, I don't see him making it, dog. I don't see him making it. Tennessee usually has a pretty decent defense. Houston is going to blitz him if he decides to come out of that pocket like that. They are going to eat him alive. Indianapolis, he might beat with that shit. I think Los Angeles is going to be on his ass. Carolina usually is decent on defense. They going to be on his ass. Jacksonville is going to be hit or miss. Washington's defense is going to be on his ass. Arizona, he might be able to slide in Arizona. New England, I don't know. It depends upon what Gerard Mayo schemes up, but I think he might be pretty decent. Same thing in Green Bay. I think Minnesota is going to give him trouble, and Detroit is damn sure going to give him trouble. And if he can make it to week 14 for San Francisco, they're going to break him in half. That's simple. They're going to break him in half by the time he gets to week 14. I don't see anything else, Rob. The dude he's already running. And now, if, like you said, real Bears fans knew what was going on with their line.
Yeah.
But World.
Yeah, no, they knew.
Yeah. So now you see why Justin Fields was running for his life.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were like, this line still is shit. Like, my dad, he's a Bears fan. He's been like, this line still sucks. The offensive scheme still sucks. Like, those things haven't changed. The quarterback did, but because I was arguing it against him, basically like, hey, Caleb Williams coming there will be a much better deal because of what you can get for Justin Fields and everything like that. But like, it was just like, he was like, nah, everything else around him still is crap. And that seems to be the case, at least for the preseason.
Right, it's bad. But speaking of Justin Fields, since we're still talking preseason, dog, me and you kind of talked about this a little bit. I think I'm willing to say this, and I was holding out hope, but I feel like that man is like really overrated now.
He might be, dog. He might be.
I had hopes for him, dog. I had mad high hopes for him.
I was wanting him to be a Viking. I'm like, he might not be it, dog. He might not be it. It's everybody seeing is like, okay, maybe not. Like it's like, hey, Steelers come into the season with 2 quarterbacks that they only paying like $5 million for. Like, oh, this is gonna be great. And it's like, oh no. Mm-mm.
To me, this was a they can't lose situation. To me, because I was like, they got Russ. If Russ get hurt, or even if you win, you got your quarterback of tomorrow already. And it was they threw him out there. Situation. Yeah, it was. We can't lose this because we got the old veteran. We got him cheap. If he wins or he takes us on a deep run, we're straight. But then we got the other dude that's next up that can learn from the vet. And it's like, I watched this and I was like, I don't feel like Russ may not be the best of anything, but he's more of like your Beyonce quarterback. He can run, he can make a throw, he's good at a lot of things. He's not great at anything. but he should be able to pull these wins off. But I'm looking at Justin Fields and I'm like, I don't see that you've learned not a goddamn thing from Russ, or that you've even been out there helping or trying to study or even taking advantage of what you have the chance to do, and a chance at saying, hey, I can get a contract over here in Steeler land and be the next face of the franchise over here. Dog, he's done none of this.
Dunzo.
And people like ESPN, I know that y'all are like, he injected life into the Steelers. And I'm like, did he really?
I mean,
did he really?
If you're a vegetable, that is life. That was mean. That was mean, Rob. Mean. But I'm just saying, yeah, it's just like, yeah, he just ain't got it. And it's okay. It's okay.
But the Steelers line was trash. Because Russ was 8 of 10, 47 yards. Yeah. Steelers line was also very trash. Russ was 8 of 10, 47 yards. He got sacked 3 times for 21 yards lost. You know, like, that may be the biggest issue in Steeler land. I don't know what they're going to do to fix that, but they need to figure it out immediately.
Yeah.
They need to figure it out immediately, because you have enough there to, like, win. You definitely can win. Unless you're gonna stick Fields out there and let him run, because he was 11 of 17 passing, 92 yards, and he had 8 carries for 42 yards. But if that's gonna be your offense with him running and some passing, it may work. I just don't see it coming up the whole way, because I feel like you're gonna have to throw the ball at some point. You're gonna have to throw the ball, and you're gonna have to dodge somebody, and it's gonna have to be great. But I don't know. Yeah, that's just, that's just.
Can we talk about another dire situation, quarterback situation? Daniel Jones with the Giants. That motherfucker threw 3 picks in the preseason, dog.
Throw that motherfucker away. Okay.
Like, if we talking about some motherfucking situation, like 3 Tress in the preseason.
Throw him away.
That motherfucker was twine.
Look, I'm not gonna say that he's this is what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say that he's the worst, but we getting at least throwing the ball wise. We getting there. And look, I had good hopes for him, because whenever he came back, he looked in really good shape. He's coming on the ACL. And what did he do? He told me, price of going through 2 interceptions and a pick 6, be ready.
Right. Well, I got my money now. That's all that matters. I got my money now. Y'all can't tell me shit.
And the thing is, I understand you're gonna have like the other people like Tommy DeVito, who Tommy DeVito had like 160 some. He's had like 167 yards together with no touchdowns so far. But Daniel Jones, they just gave you what you wanted.
Just gave him that money, and that money gone was. Sorry.
But look, maybe the upside is 11 of 18, 138 yards, but he did get, man, them 2 interceptions just killed him, bro. They just. Did you see whenever he hit Jalen Petrie like in the chest with the ball?
At least he hit somebody. Right. So. Hey, you gotta laugh, right? Goddamn.
He hit him in the chest, and Jalen Petrie was like, give me that.
Yeah. Like, ooh, for me? Okay.
Giants fans, I don't know. Look, I'm gonna say this. Y'all should have got rid of that motherfucker. Y'all had a chance. Just give up. I'd let him go. You could have let him go.
If Gettleman basically went into Times Square, they might jump that motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
Jolly stomp
Oh,
them
it's
on.
happening, dog.
Stomp them
It
in the
is
nuts.
happening.
Stomp them in
It
the
is
nuts.
happening. If I'm Gelman, I'm avoiding like any big public crowds. If
Yeah,
they say that they got a bunch of Giants fans over there, I'm gonna be like, huh? I'm gonna be like,
stay away from the
don't stop
subway.
over there. Don't stop over there. We need you to take the subway. Give me 10 limousines.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing over there.
Right.
But I guess the good news is Malik Neighbors did have 4 catches for 54 yards. We can always look on the upside, Giants fans. We can
Silver
always look
lining.
on the upside.
Silver lining.
It's just a little bit of silver lining. Outside of that, I don't know. I think y'all need the Raiders. Y'all are the Raiders to get the number 1 pick. Somebody needs it. Somebody needs this number 1 pick, and it need to be one of y'all. I don't know what y'all can do about this, but with that being said, number 1 picks.
Transition.
Me and Rob kind of got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know that teams throw shit to get these number 1 picks. They sell off all their assets. They pick up the worst of the worst so they can lose out and try to go out here and then recoup and re-up for the next season, okay?
Yep.
So we were thinking, let's make this shit a little interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's shake up. Let's shake this shit up a little bit. So my partner and I here, Rob, have come up with something, and I'm gonna introduce it, and I'm gonna let him give y'all kind of the stipulations, okay? So we all know not every player necessarily cares if they get the number 1 pick. Some do, some don't. Some are just here to be paid, and they on their Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined, boss. So what if we had the front offices play for them number 1 picks? Rob, go ahead and give them the rule set.
So, like Nate said, we're looking at like who would basically get the number 1 overall pick because players don't care. So having players do have any kind of play in that, it's stupid. It's absolutely dumb. Because I've heard the ideas where it's like, hey, have the 3rd place game of the Super Bowl or the NFL playoffs, like have that be for the number 1 overall pick. And I'm like, no, because they don't care. They by that point, they're like, I don't want no more football. Please get football away from me. But what I was thinking is, who does care about this? Who cares about getting the number 1 pick? It's the front offices. The front offices are the ones that actually care about getting the number 1 overall pick. So how about those team front offices actually play for the number 1 pick? So let's think about this. Who would basically be the teams? Not just basically the last 2 teams. Make it a tournament. Make it an 8-team tournament. Take the 2 teams that basically were in the NFC or AFC championship and lost the game. So like last year, that would be the Ravens and that would be the Lions. Take their front offices, have them as the number 1 overall pick, and then take the bottom 6 teams of the league and basically have them be filling in after. So you can make the last team the number 2 seed, the next to last number 3 seed, whatever way you want to do it. But you can make those other ones the number 1 seed. And so then they can at least have the chance to get better with their resources. So like Alliance, they can basically draft or trade away that pick. Or say if it is a team that basically is, that their quarterback is leaving, and then now they could get a number 1 overall pick that may be a quarterback, or they have a team or a position that they have that number 1 overall pick going, and like that is projected to go for like somebody that's great, have them basically be able to do that. So the teams that are great can get better, and you incentivize teams to want to reach that level and get into the playoffs and get a chance to play for that. And you also basically have the teams that were crappy get a chance to have the number 1 overall pick and get unshittier. So that's what I'm saying. Like, have it to where you have a tournament of teams that basically, with their front offices, have to play a flag football game or a flag football league tournament. So for example, you got Sashi Brown over there with the fucking Ravens. that nigga gonna have to play corner or something. Like he gonna have to basically get in the trenches and basically be like, I gotta basically save my job here. You got Chris Spielman over there that's in the fucking front office with the Lions. You basically have him at his ass out there too, basically getting some flags. Now my stipulations I would say for this one would be like, you can't have no more than three former pros, because some cats basically just retire out. They like say 30 something, or they some washouts in the league, but they're part of the front office. Now you basically got them, fucking still lighting it up and everything like that. But you also got to have at least two people over the age of 55, because here at Bromigos Podcast, we are not ageist. We're not going to push you out into the grave that you probably going to be in soon, old people. Disrespectful. Another bad one. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, you got, like, we're going to basically have it to where it's much of an even field, because not a lot of teams have just some 40-somethings that still got a little bit of movement to them that can go out and play in the toilet bowl. All I'm saying is this would basically incentivize teams to not only still try to make it in the playoffs and still try to make it to get to the Super Bowl, but also stay fit. Because this is a fitness program. We should basically have front offices that are fit. And if they know that, hey, we got to stay ready to get ready. Like, if you the fucking Browns, you like, look, we got to make sure we tight up here, because we might have to play in that flag football game, whether we suck almighty or we're basically somebody that, like we going to basically be in that game, or we going to have a chance to be in that game because we're great and we just lost out to go to the Super Bowl. You can be ready, and you can have that tournament in between that week, like in the Pro Bowl game or whatever. That could be the Pro Bowl game versus having the players actually going out there. Have the front offices play a flag football game. You get to see old people play flag football. Shit gonna be funny and entertaining. It ain't gotta be great, because Pro Bowl in itself is alright. It's just you see players maybe have fun, but they just really trying to get in, get out. You can see front offices make mistakes. A memeable moment after a memeable moment. That's what I'm promising you. A memeable moment on every kitchen table. That's what Bromigos Podcast is trying to give to the people. All right? Front offices, NFL, y'all need to agree to this. All right? This is the best thing for you and us. I want to see this. This would be for the number one overall pick. Make it happen. All right?
And on top of that, we actually get to see a game that's played that's meaningful, and it's going to make their ass play. It ain't about to be no goddamn flag football out here like the Pro Bowl is anyway. We're going to make this count. Yep. So your team is going to have to be ready, and you're going to have to put in some work. And if you put in some work and get this done, we're going to be fine. I promise you.
Tell you.
That's idea the best way to go.
Courtesy of Bromigos Podcast. The homie Nate and the boy Rob. Damn it.
You already know what it is. Now, while we're still over here on football, look, the debacles in Dallas have just been crazy funny to me just to watch this play out. Like, whenever I watch news about Dallas, I feel like it's an episode of The World Turns or like Dying Light or some old shit like that. That's basically what it is. So with that being said, they done gave Michael Parsons a taste of offensive reps with the scouting team, and now he's over here talking, and Micah told them, and this was an article that he quoted, he says, by the time I hit 30, I think I'm either going to want to play offense or I might retire, because I can do it all. The man said he got hands, Rob. He can rush. They gave him some snaps at running back, bro. And I'm going to say this. I'm not totally against the idea of him playing just a little bit, maybe a little package. 4 plays. Look, one way he's going to block because he's a big motherfucker. He is a huge motherfucker. Like, I know I'm like 6 foot. Like, I'm big, but he's a big motherfucker too. And he plays football.
He's definitely a big motherfucker.
So you put him out there, give him 4 plays, give him a blocking play, give him a running, give him a max protection, which probably would count as blocking. Give him a run, a pass, a max protection, and maybe something else, let him get up there, let him get physical, let him touch the ball, maybe. Just in certain situations where we gonna try to raw power our way into the end zone, maybe hand it off, maybe have him run a little wheel route. Or in max protection, you get him as an extra blocker so that get a little extra time going out there. But damn it, Rob, how do you like that man saying that whenever he hits 30, this is what he's looking to do now?
So he did actually play running back in high school. So let me give Micah Parsons the credit his due and all that. But my boy, your ass needs to be worried about go get it. You don't need to be worried about let me run the ball, let me catch it out the back. Your ass need to worry about go get it. And what's go get it? Go get that passer, go get that rusher or that running back. Go get that whatever. They hit that receiver coming across the middle. You just need to worry about go get it. I understand that you like, you know what? It's contract year. I got to make sure I'm talking about everything because you like the motherfucker that ain't worked in a year that's basically talking about his resume. It's like, yeah, hell yeah, I can do Excel. Yeah. And then they get to the graph. Oh, you want me to make a pivot table? You want me to actually like make a graph? Oh, me make a graph. Oh, okay. No. So I could do this. I can make this work. Like he can make it work as a running back, but you ain't gonna make it work as a running back better than the people that's been making it work as a running back their whole fucking career. And that's what when I think of Micah Parsons, I think that's what you need to do. You need to just keep on focusing on go get it. Cause you gonna get a gold jacket focusing on go get it. All right. You ain't gonna get a gold jacket focusing on, trying to be a running back. Nigga, you ain't gotta be Deion. Deion was also a shutdown corner and he was a great offensive player. And he was a really good baseball player too. But we don't need to see your ass taking swings. All right. Just go ahead, focus on go get it. And don't worry about anything else. All right, my dog. Like, just go get it. Just go get it. Because you are excellent at go get it. Absolutely excellent at go get it.
He's a monster at go get it. I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever people see him, they ought to go, and get the fuck out of the way.
Plays like a fucking demon. Like, I can't say that enough. Just a demon.
Yeah, he's easy. But I don't know. I do want him to focus on that. But if it's gonna keep him happy, Cowboy, give him a little rush play, give him a little wheel route, a little max protection on the block, a little something
feed
here.
Feed the homie. Yeah, no.
Just feed him a little bit. Just feed him a little bit. Plus, it might actually help the offense. I'm not even gonna lie, because I gave it a little thought, and I was like, maybe in certain situations he might be very, very, very useful. But you know what I also think will deter that? Is if they tell him run it up the middle and he lose the ball one time, they're gonna be like, you see why we don't give you the ball?
Yeah, I told your ass you can't get two hands on the motherfucker.
Told you big ass you shouldn't be out there trying to run this goddamn ball.
Fuck out of here, Gale Sayers. Like, get your ass back over there to the defensive line. The fuck?
Bro, I'm telling you. Maybe it could work out in Dallas' favor. Maybe it doesn't. But maybe if you do it to keep him happy, hey, it is what it is. But all in all, just go kill the quarterback, Mike. Just
keep go on doing that. That's all you really got to do. That's all your focus should be on, dog.
Yeah, that's all we need you to do. Go kill the quarterback. We'll get that contract knocked out and everything else. You go get 14 sacks. You go get another 14, 15 this year. We'll talk about going ahead and do it.
All the help I need from you.
That's it. That's all we need. Now, saying places and people that need help. Me and Rob are MLB guys, and
Absolutely.
Rob was telling me about a trip he had out to Anaheim.
Yep.
And me and my bro, they always chop it up about what happened, places to go and shit like that. And we kind of came to the conclusion of a reason why the Angels just kind of stink.
Yep.
It's one of those things where they kind of stink. So, Rob, go ahead and kind of give us the breakdown, because you had the first-hand experience, going out there. So, tell us why, you really feel that they stink. And I'll tell you why I feel they stink.
So I took a trip, like, not too long ago, back out into Cali. Love Cali, beautiful place, beautiful sights, everything. And so I was thinking, because we actually went to Anaheim and we stayed out in the Airbnb and out there and everything. And it's like, I remember one morning we leaving the Airbnb and the sun was shining. It was real nice. It's like really picturesque, driving around, like everything was kind of cool. And it was just like, like I really was loving like the sights and everything. And I was like, man, I could live out in this motherfucker. And part of me it thinks like the Angels players think that shit too. And what I mean by that is it's like I think that when they're out there, they're like, man, this place is so comfortable. I mean, this is really just cool, relaxing, quaint. And then it's like they gotta play a game. It's like I'm in the days. Like what the fuck? Like it's kind of like they woken up like out of nowhere, and so they can't really function well because of how well it is out there. And granted, I did go out to LA and spend some time there, and it's nice too. Like, but I would say like there's a different kind of nice to it. Anaheim is like warm blanket straight out the dryer nice. LA is like blanket you just bought that is cool, it's very nice, but it's functionally nice. And I what I'm gonna say, let me not say functionally nice, because it's a beautiful city, has a lot to it. But like there's a quaintness when it comes to that kind of like, man, that's warm, just like I'm relaxed kind of feel versus like, oh, this is actually pretty dope. And I feel really happy about this nights. It's just different levels to the shit. Like there was no like comfort in LA. Like everything moving, everything got to move around. You got to kind of get around, and you got to be a little aggressive with certain shit. And there's there's some hustle and bustle to it. But like
Yeah.
Anaheim is like chill. All right, this is cool, sleepy. And I think that Anaheim being woken out of their sleep probably why they basically can't really win shit. Cause like you might have a Mike Trout that's basically dominate and do all that shit, but the rest of the team still Z's. And so I think that's really what kind of fucking them up. You only got like some players that still like it's like, oh, I'm in it. And then you got others like this like dog, don't wake me up. Snooze. Snooze on it. Snooze. So that's what I'm thinking this what's wrong with Anaheim. Also they're cursed. But like I'm thinking that like part of it is like a sleepy town curse.
Also the curse.
It's just they're cursed. There's two teams that I really feel like, in all of sports that are cursed. It's their team and the team that I'm wearing right now. Because as y'all saw, and this is a quick aside, JJ McCarthy is out for the year with torn meniscus. We just drafted
And I had high hope for y'all.
And it wasn't like
high hope for y'all with him.
Me too. We just got Stephon Gilmore today, and I'm like, I should be thinking like, okay, we got McCarthy. He was looking pretty good in the preseason. But no, torn meniscus is gone. We already lost Mekhi Beckman for the year. Peace to Kyrie Jackson and his family, because he had a tragic accident that took his life this year. Like there's been a good deal of tragedy this year for this team, and it's just like, yo, this team it's something about this team that just can't get right. And not saying the Jackson part, because that's beyond football, but like, dog, like this team is fucking cursed. That team is fucking cursed too, because that team can't get right at all. Even though they won a World Series back in 2002, but like, yeah, it's just that's what I'm thinking. But what you got? Like, what's your theory as with the Angels? What's going on with them?
Not only am I kind of on board with you with the curse, because they have a player who's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Who is currently, again, at 27 years old, on the IL for another 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he's not 27 years old. He's number 27. Mike is 33. He's like 33 years old.
That's about right.
So he's going to be a Hall of Famer there. They gave him a 12-year extension. All kind of great crap. Okay. He's drafted there. He's still there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem. He's hurt. He's always hurt.
Yep.
And you gave away the Haley's Comet that you had. Now, I'm not going to say you gave away. You couldn't afford the Haley's Comet
Yeah.
that had to get paid next to him, with him being hurt and you giving him that 12-year extension. Wasn't gonna work. So you had the gift of, I got two really, really, really good motherfuckers on my team. And now one of them got to go, whew. And not only did he go, whew, he went right down the road.
He's about to win the MVP going 40-40. Coming off elbow surgery.
But not only that, you got to watch him win the MVP right down the road.
Right down the road.
He didn't go to the East Coast and say, I'm going to win it. He went 45 minutes up the road and said, oh, I'm going to win the MVP over here.
Yes. In that sleepy ass, in a non-sleepy ass, out of that non-sleepy ass town.
It would hurt me because I just had that dude. And I'm going to say this, and I think this is true. I think if Shohei was still an Angel, he wouldn't be batting as good as he's batting, just because the Angels, I feel like, are so bad. I just got that feeling. But he went to a stacked Dodgers team and said, nah, I can't pitch this year, but I can hit. And oh boy, is he putting on a hitting clinic right now.
Hit a home run today, had a home run, was it Friday? Like, he basically, I think he's at 39 home runs. I can't remember what stolen bases. I think he's at 40 stolen bases. But
he's killing it. He's killing it. 40 minutes up the road.
37 stolen bases.
So look, I would be hurt if I'm Angels fans. I would be flat out hurt.
Yeah.
Because he's over there killing it.
Yeah.
And I hate to rub salt in the wound, but you guys are down today to the Braves, bottom of the fifth, 2-0. Y'all are going to be 3-7 in the last 10 right now. Okay? 3-7. Y'all are already under 500. Okay? Y'all just look abysmal. Like, in that, I feel like I'm being light saying that y'all look abysmal. It's not as bad as some teams. It could be worse.
They are bland. They're almost inexistent. They're not there. They are, like when it's like in wrestling, they say the worst thing is that you can get is not a boo. It's nothing. No reaction. There's nothing about that team that you can get a reaction for. Like, I think I heard Mike Trout, the last 3 of the last 4 years, he's only played one game after the All-Star break. Anthony Rendon.
That is horrible.
Like, he basically, I think since he's gotten college, I heard this. This is the fucked up part. And I can't remember who said it or where it came from. But, like, the Nationals have had 19 third basemen since Anthony Rendon left the Nationals. The Angels have played 28 third basemen since Anthony Rendon went to the Angels. Think about that shit, though. The team he went from has had 9 less people to play third base than the team he went to.
To play
for like $200 some odd million. Almost $300 million. Which at the time that basically he got that contract, it was absolutely warranted. That motherfucker was good with the Nationals. And he was the top free agent in that free agent class, like when he came out. So it was warranted. Anthony Rendon was good. But that boy's body has failed.
His body is just dying on him. Like,
failed.
No. Y'all are like 14 games. Well, LA is 14 games. The Angels, not the Dodgers. The Angels, 14 games behind Houston right now, okay, in the AOS standings. They're behind Oakland. Well, no, they're tied with Oakland right now, which Oakland has won their last 2, and the Angels lost the last one, and I think that they're going to lose again today to the Braves, which they did beat the Braves once in this series. They beat them 3-2, but then the Braves beat them 11-3, and it's 2-0 right now, bottom of the 5th, going into the 6th. which it is they're so up and down because they beat the Yankees 8-2 and 9-4, and they had a postponed game and they lost 1-5-2. And whenever I saw that like a while back, I was like, oh, they trying to shake something up. They beat the Yankees, you know. And then they go to the Nationals, loss, win. They go to the Blue Jays, 3 losses. And they're playing Atlanta in the best of 3. They gotta win. Now it look like back-to-back losses. It's just, it's like, dog.
Can I talk about Anthony Rendon one more time?
Just go right here.
In the 2 years, the last 2 years he played for the Nationals, he played in 282 games. In the last 5 years he's been with the Angels, he's played 241 games. He's played 40 less games over 5 years than he did the last 2 years he played with the Nationals.
That is horrible. His body is breaking down, bro.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
It's time for him to just go.
And you know what he wants to? Because I remember somebody came, like, this was the whole thing last year because he was talking about his dedication and he was all mad at them. And I'm like, I understand it because his body's absolutely failed. It's the same thing like Anthony Davis, except for like the last 2 years roughly, where he's been more healthier. I don't know how. Maybe it's steroids, maybe it's stem cells or something. I don't mean to reckless speculation. All right, but yeah, like Anthony Rendon's body, whatever Anthony Davis is getting, he needs to basically put in his body because it's something it's something that is fucking him up, and I don't know what it is.
I don't know if he needs to invest more in himself or what it could be, but Anthony Rendon needs it because there's no way that you've played 240 games in 5 years and you played 260 something in 2 years with the club that you were just at, and come over 5 years and you've played less games in 5 years than you played in 2 years.
Yeah.
And there's 162 games a year.
Dog.
That's ridiculous.
It's bad.
That is ridiculous. Because that's like saying I played 130 each season for this other team, and I haven't even broke 100 games for y'all average over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I would expect you at least to tell me he's played 500 games over the last 5 years. That's 100 games. That's 100
just
games.
100.
That's missing 60, which is almost, we're looking at 50, 60%. Yeah. Yeah, that's literally a couple months out of the lineup. I'm expecting you to say, oh, he played 500 games. He's averaging about 100. He hasn't even hit 500. He hasn't even hit 300. That is ridiculous. And I hope that he can manifest something to be valuable to that team in the last stretch of his contract. He really does. But with us still being on topic of the MLB, we want you guys, people who are MLB fans, to pay attention. There's a rule that they're playing with, and it's the 6-inning minimum rule for pitchers. And me and Rob have been looking at this, and we've come to the conclusion that not only is that shit dumb, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's that easily said. Now, there are some stipulations to the rule. Yeah. Rob, if you don't mind, go ahead and let everybody know the stipulations to the rules.
Let me try and share my screen. Let me see if I can make this work and it don't fuck up again. All right. Hold on. Here. So like Nate said, there are rules when it comes to this. And so you can see right here, courtesy of ESPN.com. Basically, you got the rules are 6 innings or 100 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Four more earned runs given up, which that says earned runs. They ain't talking about runs. So like if it's unearned, like if it's error or something like that, reached on a walk, they ain't talking about that. They just talking about earned runs.
It's stupid, bro.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to have that rule in baseball.
It's not. It's really not.
It's okay. The best thing I can say about that is this. Let's say we do the 6-inning rule, right? It's a minimum, what we said, a minimum A minimum
It's either
six
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 innings,
innings,
100
4 earned
pitches,
runs.
front 4 more earned runs, and
Mm-hmm.
or they get hurt, but with a required injury, but with a required IL stint to avoid manipulation. So if they just say that they're hurt, they can't get out. If basically they come out the game early, they have to go on the IL for 10 days. So they're missing 2 starts.
Okay, so here's the problem I see with that right now. This is automatic off top. 4 earned runs. Why does it just have to be earned? Why this just can't be runs? Okay, because I feel like that's gonna fuck with the system because of this. You're gonna start an argument with managers and umps about what's getting counted as an earned run and what was this and what was that.
Yep.
We
Yep.
opening up some already shit again.
Yep.
You giving them more shit to argue about. 1,
Yep.
2. I feel like they're gonna try to manipulate that IL. Oh, he has to go on the IL type thing, and it's gonna. I feel like they're gonna try to manipulate that rule in some way, shape, or form, to where you're gonna have certain pitchers, quote unquote, going to the IL. So
Yeah.
it's not a rest. He was hurt, and these guys coming back, or these
Yeah.
guys being able to just go off and then come back. And bruh, it's gonna be so many pieces of manipulation. 100 pitches is now, hey, guy who struggles against this guy, go up there. We don't want to deal with him. Foul off as many pitches as you can.
Yep.
Okay.
Just for the sake of fouling off pitches at this point.
Foul off, and run up his pitch count as much as possible. If you can get 10 pitches in an at bat, we won. No matter whether if you get on base or not. We wasted 10 pitches, because if it take him 6 for the next person, that's 16 that he didn't already ate up. Okay? That four earned runs, that's gonna be such a fine line that they're gonna walk with that. And it's going to be people arguing what's an earned run, what's not an earned run, what's going on, what's not going on. I don't like that. Look, if a pitcher, in my opinion, if a pitcher gets lit the fuck up and you know he's getting lit the fuck up, get his ass out of there.
Yeah.
We're trying to win the game. This sounds like I'm not trying to win the game. I'm trying to force the other team into throwing the game,
Yep. Yeah.
That's all this sounds like. I want them to go out there and say, hey, we're going to start so-and-so because we know he's gonna, we're playing so-and-so. He doesn't do good against us. We're going to put a bunch of people in there, and we're basically going to make him a short start first inning pitcher and force them to pull him early or leave him out there long enough for us to fuck him up. And then they can't pull him because we're either going to A, hit the ball and then argue about runs, or B, we're just going to continue to tattoo him, try to force him to walk us. So it's this, or try to make them have him stand out there longer, and we're going to try to fuck him up. And then whenever they pull him, whenever we get to 4 earned runs or whatever, or if he walks in a run, then we'll be like, hey, now you got to go to your bullpen because he's went his 6 innings or his 4 earned runs. No, if his ass is getting lit up early, get his ass the hell up out of there. You know you need a middle inning person. To me, you're trying to... This may sound... Some people might say this might sound ignorant, but I feel like you're trying to phase out the middle inning guy now.
Damn near.
Yeah, you're trying to phase out the middle inning guy. You're trying to phase out the guy who he's not quite a starter, but he can go out there and pitch 4 or 5 innings if need be. He can fill in that gap for a starter that gets lit up. You're almost trying to define the game as, hey, you need a starter that can go 6 and one guy to bridge to your closer if need be, or one guy just to finish the game another 3 innings. He's gonna come out at 3 innings, or the bridge guy to your save guy, and that's it. Like, we're getting rid of middle inning guys who can go a good stretch. Nah, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah.
If he get his ass lit up, he get lit up. Let him pull him. That's the game of baseball. It happens. It happens. Yeah. And no matter what somebody says, if you say, oh, it won't happen against bad teams, Oakland lit somebody up for 20 earlier this year. And Oakland is clearly one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball right now. And I'm not gonna say that they're 53-70 now. They're fourth in the AL, but they're clearly one of the worst teams. Well, I ain't even gonna say the worst. They're one of the lackluster teams. They had a very lackluster start at the beginning, and they lit somebody up for 20 this year. Okay, but then they've also been lit up and put out by like the Dodgers. The Dodgers 10-0'd them, you know. But then we've seen them beat the Angels 13-3 and stuff like that. So, nah, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear any of that. Oh, we're gonna play it like this, nah, bro. Dude, he get lit up. Pull his ass, start over.
He dies.
Yeah, he dies. And that was because I went and looked it up while I was sitting there. That was Miami that they lit up 20-4, which Miami is just in. That's another world. Yeah, that's another team that I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, well, they got rid of probably one of their best players, and he had a nuking start.
Yeah, so, yeah. I
no way to explain it
on them for our MLB preview one of these days.
Yeah, but, no reason to even like get into that right now. Just know Miami.
Yeah.
We gonna talk shit about y'all. We gonna talk shit about y'all. We're definitely gonna talk about y'all. But moving on from baseball, Rob, I know
what I was gonna say about the 6-inning rule. So I think that the thing with the 6-inning rule, I think that what they need is a mindset change. I think the thing is they put too much analytics within the game and having basically people having the 27 outs theory. And just basically like, hey, we just only these 27 outs whatever way we can. Have the more old school kind of mindset, the Dusty Baker kind of, those kind of folks kind of mindset, where it's like, hey, I'm going to have my starter pitch out of some jams. Have them doing it early in the season. Stop having them basically trying to do matchups and doing all this kind of like, big brain kind of shit. Just have them go and try to figure some shit out. Have them actually strategize, actually talk about scenarios, actually work through scenarios early in the season, so then when they get to the time when it's like August, September, this time frame, they can basically be already acclimated, conditioned, thinking about how they're gonna basically go through the second time in the order, the third time in the order, because that's where basically pitchers get basically pulled, is that third time through the order. Actually have them pitch, because the problem that they really having is they made these guys only think about velo. Only think about throw it as fast as you can, get that radar gun up, and make sure that basically it shows that you are one of the top flamethrowers in the league versus, hey, how are you getting batters out? What are you thinking about when you're getting batters? How are you really thinking about it? That Greg Maddux kind of mindset. That's what's missing in the game. People don't have that. They're just going for stuff, and then not thinking about how am I going to get this person out? What am I going to throw to this dude? And I'm saying that's for both pitchers and catchers. Okay. So mainly if you basically have that mindset into the league, you don't need a 6-inning minimum. I would say if you're going to institute a minimum, institute a 1 to 2 time through the order minimum. And then anything after that, just call it what it is. Because then you basically can say, well, if this person is getting lit up, then basically, all right, we'll pull them because it's that second time through the order. They've already seen them before. They just scored 20. You can basically pull them. But if you also basically can say like, all right, this person has done their minimum by going through the order once and you can basically say when it comes to matchups, because that's the other problem with baseball, you can say that you got Paul Skeens going against Aaron Judge. You can say that this is going to at least happen twice. So if you miss it the first time, you can see it the second time. And so that way, at least you can alleviate the whole I need to have them go 6 innings. Just make sure that hey, they're already going through the order. But yeah, no, I think that's the real thing. When it comes to this rule, it's just they're doing too much.
Stupid ass rule, MLB. That's just one. Just don't.
And that's really what it is.
Just don't do that. We love the pitch clock. Oh, we love the pitch clock.
Pitch clock's cool. I'm good with the pitch clock.
We love that, but nah. You look you got too much dip on your chip right now. You're trying to do a little bit too much.
A little too much dip on your chip.
Yeah, you a little too much dip on the chip now. We getting out of hand here. Just settle in with what you're doing, and we'll be okay. Just stay. Don't go that way. We was on the straight and narrow. We was headed down the right path. Don't do that.
Like Michael Parsons. They just stay on where you at. Stay where you at. Go on the path.
Yeah, just stay right there on the path. Now, with that being said, I know a lot of people get tired of hearing about Jake Paul and stuff like that, but he said something that intrigued me, and me and Rob are gonna talk about this for a second. This man says that he wants to try to qualify for the Olympics for boxing for 2028. No. I don't see it. You couldn't beat Tommy Fury, who's a legitimate boxer. You've beaten another guy in Mike Perry, who's not a boxer. He's former UFC and win the bare knuckle, and you beat him. But a lot of these guys who he's beaten, he's outweighing them. He's outsizing them. He's outboxing people who don't primarily box. And B, the one legitimate boxer that you face, you've lost him. Now, if you want to impress me, this is me personally, and maybe Rob also, because me and Rob stand on the same side of the subject with him, is go and fight Rahman's son, who wanted to fight you. Hasim Rahman's son, go fight him, and either move up to his weight so he doesn't have to come down, or y'all meet in the middle somewhere like a catch weight, and y'all duke this out. And if you can beat somebody like him, I can then see, you maybe having a shot to try to qualify for the Olympics. And don't do what you did trying to use Muhammad Ali's grandkid's name, which in Nico Walsh Ali and his brother, hollering about you want to fight one in MMA, one in boxing. They're trying to build legitimate legacies. Okay? Yeah. They're trying to fight their way up through their shit. And it's, it's, I ain't gonna say it's disheartening to watch you do this, but you've come into a sport that has a huge legacy. Like, it has a legacy of stuff from like the beginnings with the Dempseys and the Jack Johnsons and moving up, and it's had controversial shit. It's even had stuff like I don't know if you know the tale of like I was talking with my lady friend about this. It's even been stuff that's in boxing that's been controversial, like Benny, like you ever heard of the fight between Benny Paret and Emil Griffith?
It sounds familiar.
So I'm gonna give a quick rundown of what happened. So basically, Benny Paret and Emil Griffith, which both of them passed away. I want to say Emil Griffith passed away, I think, in 2013, 2015, something like that. But anyway, Benny Paret had called Emil Griffith a fairy and that he was gay and all kind of stuff like that. And it was one of the most controversial beatings in a boxing ring because Emil Griffith punished Benny Paret to the point where he was out slumped on the ropes. Guy wound up dying 10 days later in the hospital. He basically beat him to death in the ring. This was the old days, them leather gloves. When I mean he put the hands on him, God forgive me for saying it like this, but he put the hands on that boy in that corner. And I think if he would have survived, he would have never called him a gay person or a fairy ever again in his life after the beating that he took. But boxing has a lineage that long that I feel like he's trying to get out there and trying to do something. and he wants his name to be with the Tysons and the Roy Jones and the Muhammad Ali's and all of that, but he's not changing boxing. He's not a Benavidez or somebody who's putting in work, you know?
Yeah.
He has the wrong aspect of what he's trying to do to this in boxing. You're fighting guys who aren't boxers. And I'll say this, and this is from my heart. I feel like, Jake, you want some boxers to get paid, but there's a catch to what you're doing. You were trying to get you said you were trying to get UFC people paid. I think the approach that you should have had was, I'm gonna have a prize fighting boxing league where I'm also going to participate, instead of saying I'm going to be a legit boxer and box these people. I feel like if he would have went that route, would have been 1,000 times better, because it would have took away from the aspect of him saying, I'm going to be a legit boxer and I'm going to fight legit boxers, and it would have kept the legit boxers off your ass.
Yep.
Because that's who really want a piece of you.
Yeah.
And they want it because they want to prove a point.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say he's going to get his ass totally demolished and whipping shit, but he's going to get in there. I don't know how much more time he feels that he can buy with the kind of prize-ish fights against UFC fighters. But he's going to get in there, and I don't know if it's going to be with Tyson or who it might be. But he's going to get in there with a legit boxer, and they are going to whoop his ass. And he's not going to know what to do. Yeah, he's been training 2-3 years, but not like some of these guys who've been fighting since they were 15, 16, training for this. Okay? They're going to whoop his ass, and this is going to be something that's going to be totally, he's not going to know what to do. And I know you want to be, oh, I went to the Olympics, I'm a YouTuber. Nah, bro. Just leave it be. Just leave it be. What do you think though, Rob?
Nah, man, you hit the nails on the head, bro. Like, I'm gonna say this to you, Jake Paul, and I want you to come here, come in close, come to the screen, come in close. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna try to be like a black grandmother when it comes to this. Baby, you're a joke. All right? Know that you're a joke and be comfortable in your truth. But know that you're a joke. Because you basically been purporting yourself as somebody that has been of the measures of being a joker. And it's fine, because you're absolutely trying to make money for the fighters. You're absolutely trying to bring more attention to these guys that otherwise may not have much attention to them. I get it. But these people that you trying to basically go at, they're actual fighters. Like, for real fighters. And they're not doing, so like the Olympics, ain't no money in it. Like, you might have money from sponsorships and shit like that, but it ain't no prize fighting. And that's part of the reason why you don't see professional boxers doing it. Because when it comes to all of these things, they're not getting paid. And so boxers, professional boxers, they like to get paid. And so if you really feel like you're gonna do some dedication and really try to get yourself ready for in the next 4 years to be a U.S. representative in boxing, by all means, if you take it seriously and do all that, okay, and you make it happen, okay. But it's presently constructed, baby. You're a joke. You're an absolute spectacle of what that sport is. You're not a boxer. You are somebody that likes to fight. You make a lot of money. You put a lot of money in people's pockets. But you are a laugh. You are not somebody to rebel against or revere.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
That's bad right there. But yeah, dog, just stay in your lane right now unless you really gonna take it super serious. Like super serious. But moving on from Jake Paul, I just want to touch on UFC 305. A lot of good matches last night, but it's one that it hurt my heart. I had high hopes.
Well,
I just knew Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, was gonna make this happen, and he didn't.
To yesterday.
Oh, bro.
As we
Bruh, after he cried at the press conference, I was like, he got this. It's like, he got this. He's gonna win. And then they were slugging, and they were hitting each other. And then he goes down, and Du Plessis jumped on his back, and he choked him out. And I'm like, no. And it was just so disheartening.
It's so hard.
It was hard
to say goodbye.
Just to say goodbye to them, man.
To stop and do
it was a hard loss, bro. It was a hard loss. It was a hard loss, bro. I just couldn't believe it. I thought he had it. I thought he could win. I do hope that you bounce back though, Easy, because I enjoy watching him fight. I really do.
Okay, I love Stylebender.
Oh yeah, I love watching him fight. I love watching him do his thing. I thought that he had that one. Du Plessis, shout out to Du Plessis though. He's just on fire right now. He's freaking fucking up the UFC in that middleweight right now. And everybody I feel like has their shot or their time in UFC where they just catch fire and they have a long stint of just kicking ass. And I think that's Du Plessis' era, well, his run right now until somebody else says different.
Because he's only 30. Like, Stylebender is 35. He's got some years left. So
yeah, but he hopefully he has another little run before he goes out. But just so disappointing. But it was still good fights last night. A lot of good fights. If you guys aren't in the UFC, I always say check it out. You'll always see some wild shit. But I did Dravinsky. No. Stroznik.
Yeah,
black guy.
Rosenstrike. Yeah. Rosenstrike.
Yeah, Rosenstrike. There we go. It was nice to watch him get out there and strike. He is. So I'll take that. I'll take Rosenstrike winning, I'll take that. That's another, to say he's 6'2" and he's out there, he moves real. Can you believe he was a kickboxer, bro?
I know. It's like him and old boy that's in boxing. I can't remember his name. But like, I'll be looking at them. He's in the heavyweight division. I was like, damn, like, cause it's some big ass dudes. They look like fucking D tackles. Yes. And they used to be kickboxers. I'm like, damn, how? What happened?
I think he was like 78-8 or something like that when he was kickboxing. He had a men's record, but I can imagine him knocking out a bunch of motherfuckers with knees and shit like that. It was probably just take your ass to bed real quick. But now as we start to wind down the show, me and Rob gotta always talk about something a little bit more ridiculous. So, as in the state of America and the economy and things like that, we were wondering, why haven't some of these jobs made it appropriate to wear shorts to a job interview now?
Thank you. It's shorts. We got global warming outside.
Yes.
Let some motherfuckers wear some shorts. It is hot. And you don't want, like, granted, dress pants, they ain't the most heavy motherfuckers, but they enough. All right? Enough. I don't wear pants in the summer unless I have to. I would love to wear shorts. I would love for it to be appropriate to wear shorts. It needs to be appropriate to wear shorts. I got some cargos that I could just rock and basically have in the office and be straight. I got on some shorts right now. They'd be just fine in the office. Got the Nike swoosh on because just do it. That's why I like to work. Just do it. And so I'm just saying, make it appropriate. for us to wear shorts. We as a society need to band together and say how appropriate it should be to wear shorts. I know that's not the way it was, but the old, you know what they say about the old days? Them the old days. We need to basically break this shit into the new fucking century and just say, hey, shorts appropriate. Now, a girl that was wearing those shorts, they was a little up there. I ain't gonna say those were the shorts to wear, but some joints that like maybe like some what, like how much you say, like 10-inch inseams or some shit that's like they go down a little bit, that I ain't saying show to right above the knee. I would say right above the knee.
Got to cover
is nice
legs.
Shorts. Just cover them up. You can't. I mean, yeeking in the office ain't really something that we trying to advocate for. I'm just saying, let it be some airflow. All right, that's all I need is a little bit of airflow during the day that I can basically be in the office just straight. That's all I'm saying. Let it be to where we can wear shorts in the office. All right, just some nice, comfortable shorts. That's what we as a society need to band together. We shouldn't mock people from wearing shorts to a job interview. We should be championing these causes. We should be basically saying these people are freedom fighters. These people are advocates, pioneers. So many other words that I can use that may be inappropriate because of what has gone on in the past. But all I'm saying is we need shorts. Let shorts be cool. You see this? I'm just saying. Let shorts be fine. Because we need that as a people. It's too damn hot, too damn humid. Let shorts rock. I rest my goddamn case.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta let that rock. And one other thing before we get up out of here. I don't know how many of y'all in the rap that watch us, but we lost the club god himself. Beat King Kong, king of the stripper music from out of Texas, one of the most entertaining, dropping bass slappers for the club, has passed away. No more Beat King Kong. Had to tell him rest in peace because I'll never forget this guy. Like years ago, whenever he had a mixtape called Gangsta Stripper Music, and peeped this tape out, and this thing had slaps on it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this dude is going somewhere. And I was correct. He was going somewhere, and he had hits. He did the song, the thick, he did stuff like that. He had songs that just slapped out the club. And it was just something because the man had 2 daughters. He loved his kids, and to know that he went at 39 years old, a guy who was just, he was making slaps for the club and doing his thing and repping Texas and being in the mix. Embolism. Pulmonary embolism. It was just, when I saw that, I was like, damn, no more Beat King Kong. He ain't no more drop it. Just, and hear Club God and stuff like that I used to get so crunk up. Just anytime I hear that, I'm like, oh, he about to throw a slap out there. It's about to be some bass. We about to be hitting. He about to be talking crazy. It's about to go down. But man, it's gonna be a hard one not hearing B King come out there. No more gangster stripper music and the wild stuff for the club. I hope that they send him off right. I hope that man has like a great. Just a great send off. I know Texas is gonna be repping for him. They're definitely gonna be repping for him, and I'm gonna love it. I will love it. I had to say that. You wanted to say anything about that, Rob?
Nah, man, absolute legend. I know he had the tape with Gangsta Boo some years back. Like people loved it. I know like a lot of people, were really struck because I know I follow a lot of people from Texas that's on Twitter. And like, this is a big one. This is a guy who's a legend in Texas. Like, man, gone way too soon. Peace to the family. Hopefully y'all find a peace in this, especially because it's a very sudden death. Like, we send our condolences to y'all.
Yeah, definitely.
Family and friends. Hopefully everything is good.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy not hearing B King drop something, but He gonna be dropping. He gonna be having them dropping in heaven. And God, he about to make y'all cut up there, bro. Heaven about to be lit as shit right now.
That thunder gonna have a little bit more to it, a little bit more knock to it.
Yeah. The next rainstorm, y'all get Texas. That mug might be the thunder might be dropping beats on it. So y'all just be ready, bro. Y'all just be ready because it's gonna go wild. But with that being said, you already know it's Price and Rob, Bruh Migos podcast. We're here. We try to be here every Sunday. We know we missed one a couple Sundays. It was technical difficulties.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Technical difficulties. But we want y'all to like, subscribe, tell us what you want us to talk about. If you see anything, leave it in the comment section. Remember, we're YouTube. We kind of do have a Facebook now. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. We're on Reels.
Look up in the sky. You might see a couple niggas up there, dog. Like you never know.
we trying to be everywhere. Bruh Migos podcast. You already know we are everywhere. And plus, don't forget, if you need an energy drink or if you need some hydration, W.GG. That's us. That's who help us. They trying to help us get some bread. Support your boys. Use code Bruh Migos Pod whenever you need something. They got hydration packs that are great. They got a caffeinated one that's gonna get you powered up and get you through the day. It's gonna get that battery charged and flowing. And you already know, Rob, take us out.
All right, good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Yeah, man, get you W. Use Bruh Migos Pod as you know your 10% off your promo code. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, man, if y'all got questions, if y'all got something that y'all want to know, because I know we've talked about in the past or we've heard in the past, hey, this is how people catch up on baseball. Y'all got baseball questions. We would love to take them in because we're both baseball watchers, baseball lovers. I love talking about baseball. So if you got anything, we gonna have, granted, in the next few weeks, we're gonna have some probably NFL preview episodes.
Oh, yeah.
We might do a college football one, something like that. And we'll give you a little something for the season.
NBA,
Yeah, we're gonna have some previews. But in the meantime, baseball playoffs coming up. Y'all got some questions. Y'all need to know something before the baseball playoffs coming in the next month. Just let us know. We will answer whatever we can. Whatever you got. Don't matter how crazy they are. Whatever you need to know, we can pop it off and give you something. As the educators for the folk, for the people. Bruh Migos podcast. We're here to help.
And always subscribe, tell your people about us. Yeah. Did you let them know good night, Rob?
I said the good nights. I said another good night to all of you.
Yeah. Good night to everybody. Have a great day. Subscribe, tell your people about us. I'm going to have all of the little tags, all of the links in the description of the YouTube video. Come see us, leave likes, comments, everything. Do the goddamn thing, And that's Bruh Migos podcast. And we are out of here.
Deuces.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Bruh Migos podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.